Greetings and salutations. As promised, G1 Toys is back for the attack with our next PS4 wave of goodies, and this time around, we have more gunplay than Shooter McGavin. So break out the mini nuke and blast your way through our next 10 console combatants, and mine the body parts. It's good to be back so soon, and I'm going to open this up with a great game. This one is Assassin's Creed Origins Steelbook Edition by Ubisoft, rated M for Mature. And on the back is very, very well presented. Does have over 50 E3 awards, this game does. Rated mature for blood and gore, drug reference, intense violence, nudity, sexual content, strong language, and use of alcohol. However, when you play this game, those don't seem as intense. I mean, they're kind of sporadic through the game, so you don't really get it all at once. It's not, a game that's extremely graphic or anything. It just has a little bit of all of that in it. So let's go ahead and open up this Steelbook case for you and kind of show you what we get. Let me just say, this is the most beautiful case I have ever seen on any game, and if you see how the light catches that just right, it's just amazingly, meticulously beautiful how they did this cover, and I just am in love with this Assassin's Creed cover. It's just so good. There's the side for you, and as we open it up, as you can see, it's just going to have the disc here on the right. There is a code that you get with the gold edition, but I'm not going to show you that code. This is the inside artwork on that, of course, and if we open up this area as well, you can see there's another pyramid there in the distance. So, guys, let's get into this one right now and tell you how much I really enjoyed playing this one. This gorgeous title had me walking, climbing, and throwing down like an Egyptian as I entered restricted areas on purpose. It has finally come to pass that Assassin's Creed has changed and expanded upon its gameplay. Be it RPG usage or engaging combat and missions, Origins felt more like Enterprise. Surprisingly, I liked the bow and arrow system the best, with different choices on how you shoot, and plucking off some unsuspecting guard with a headshot only to find his body later to retrieve my arrow was a real treat. I must say, my interest has been reignited for the series, and it brought the pyramids of gaming back to life. And next, in our bucket of mayhem, we bring to you the improved Doom. This one is by Bethesda and ID, rated M for Mature. It includes the Demon multiplayer pack in this version. There you go, there's the back, and rated M for blood and gore, intense violence, and strong language. But wow, guys, that's what we expect from Doom, isn't it? We want some buckets of blood coming at us off of the screen and dripping off our walls. This is what we get when we play this new Doom. This is very bloody. I love the reversible cover on this. I think it looks awesome. It's a throwback to the classic Doom look. Really digging that. And of course, we need to get talking about this game, so let's get started. If you say this title backwards, you get Mood, and it sets one that is similar to Bulletstorm or Wolfenstein. Its high-octane, first-person style blast-through is a remake worthy of notice. It's intense and bloody, which is what I wanted to see in the now. Upgrades are something you want because the starter pistol might as well be a cotton ball launcher at later levels. It's a solid starter to what is, I hope, a healthy collage of carnage. If it's multiplayer you seek, you may be disappointed because it doesn't bring anything to the table you haven't tasted before. So if you want a bold flavored shooter that holds little back, try some Doom sauce on your demon carcasses. Religious fanatics and cult dwellers, we bring to you the next installment of Far Cry. This is Far Cry 5 with the Doomsday Prepper Pack with those items you see there at the bottom. This one is rated mature and is by Ubisoft. I kind of like the look that they went for here. It's kind of like a last Passover, last meal type of thing, and I think that pays homage to the religious overtones that the game does have. As you can see, it's presented extremely nicely. Very, very nice presentation on the back. It's rated M for blood and gore, intense violence, sexual themes, strong language, and use of drugs and alcohol. Pretty intense game. If we open it on up, this is what you get. You see the disc inside on the right, and a couple of extra things that you can check out here. I'm not going to go too far because if I do, I will show you the codes, and I don't want to go there because I don't want somebody getting my Doomsday Prepper Pack. Alright guys, Far Cry 5, let's go. Another first-person shooter hell-bent on destroying anything and everything in sight. Yep, that would still hold true in this case. In Hope County, you have free reign to take on pretty much anyone at your own leisure. The 9 different recruitable specialists have their own specialized advantages, be it sniping, air raid, or animal maulings, and they look damn good doing it. This 5th installment looks the best so far, but wasn't jaw-dropping or eye-popping. It's just your average PS4 eye candy. Tonally, this is a cultish activity gone wrong, but does have dreamlike sequences in Faith's realm that distract from the overall flow. To this day, I see Far Cry 3 as still the best and most addictive gameplay of the series, with this one coming in second. With the sheer number of quests offered here, you may find that there are so many to kill, but so little time. And this is an older title. I know that. I am just reviewing it now because I have actually, honestly, not played it until just recently. But Killzone is back, and it is back with a vengeance. This is Killzone Shadowfall, rated M for mature. It's by Havoc, and wow, guys, this one was impressive. Really did not think this would be as good as it was. Rated M for blood, intense violence, and strong language. And on the inside, I'm not sure if it ever came with a insert. I bought this used. It's kind of interesting. If you turn this upside down, it almost looks like it could be a peace symbol if you put a circle around it, right? But that's far from peace in this game. It is war to the finest level of war. Let's talk about Killzone. A welcome to Warzone sequel that comes through with flying colors. Shadowfall is the next Halo, distinctly for the PS4. Although it is an old launch title, if you haven't played this fourth installment, you haven't experienced a true Killzone title, and the price has dropped considerably. So there's no reason not to engage in this stellar combat online or off. Also, I loved the owl feature and how fluid it reacted to the touchpad. Make no mistake, this is a shooter, so don't expect much more, but do realize it's the best of its kind. Our next game is Prey, where the cover title is Mimicking Mimics. This is rated mature and by Bethesda and Arcane Studios. This one includes the Cosmonaut shotgun pack and is presented fairly nicely here. As you can see, it looks really good from the cover art. Rated mature for blood, language, use of alcohol, and some violence. And again, looks really nice on the inside. As you can see, very nice presentation there as well. I like the man here that's kind of floating in, you know, with anti-gravity type of situation there. That's really cool how they did that on the disc. I'm digging it. So let's talk right about Prey now. Where there is no atmosphere, Prey's smooth texturized level designs will no doubt provide them for you instead. You'll be forced to scan over the well-defined Talos 1 scrupulously because at any given moment, mimics could be preying on you. Enter a world that strives to be Dishonored, Half-Life, or Bioshock, but comes across as delayed and deliberate. Not exactly bad things, and it really depends on how you like your first-person shooters. If you have moderate patience, this title holds worthy precedence as a stand-up title. If you run and gun, you may not find the true joy this title can give you. For me, a conservative shooter is a nice change now and again, and I appreciate the survival aspect without passing judgment. I will admit, it's not ranked in my top 5 Bethesda published titles, but that's easy to say after 3 Bioshocks and 4 Fallouts. Everyone, I hope you enjoy my homage to shooters. If you do, please leave a like on my video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I'm a little low on subscribers, so I really would appreciate some more. It really would give me the drive to do more of these types of reviews for you. So let's get into Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. I'm not a huge Rainbow Six fan. I never have been. Maybe it's the graphics or the lack of that I just don't get into the games as much, I guess. But this one was a little bit better, I must say. It was definitely a cut above the other Rainbow Six type games I've played, or the different titles on PS3 I've delved into at one point. So this includes the gold weapon skin pack right here. It is rated M for mature by Ubisoft. On the back, it's presented really nicely. As you can see, it has won some E3 awards. However, I don't really feel it deserved it. Maybe I need some more time with it and I'll appreciate it more. It's by Havoc as well, and also it's rated mature for blood, drug reference, strong language, and violence. If we open this up, we can see the disc is on the right here, and on the other side of that, you have the codes for your gold weapon skin pack. So let's just get right on into this one. I heard a lot of hype for this one, and I must say I wasn't sold on the graphics. They are PS3 style at best. That's not to say there's not some fun to be had here. I'm a big fan of environment destruction, and you roll in it from level to level. If you enjoy team-based strategy shooters, this is where you park your SWAT-mobile and scour for enemy contact. Good use of blood splatter while engaged in combat. It really makes the kills stand out. Even though I wasn't sold on visuals, it was unique enough to warrant a breach and clear on my list. Next, we bring to you the happy-go-lucky retro throwback to the original Grand Theft Auto. This is Retro City Rampage DX, and as you can see, has the official Vive seal of quality at the bottom there. And I thought that was pretty funny because it's emulating the Nintendo seal of quality. So there you go, guys. Good form on that one. This is a rare game, guys. It's rated nothing, as you can see. There's no rating on it. But it is numbered 408 out of 3000, and it is by V-Blank Entertainment. If you've ever played the original Grand Theft Auto, this will take you back to that type of feel in that era. This one has a little bit extra oomph to it though, so I do recommend picking it up if you like those types of games. I must say some games have their place, and as well as the original GTA secured itself into the history of carjacking hijinks, Retro City Rampage is a direct knockoff of that feel. However, there is a depth to Theftropolis and its 62 stages. It's throwback mixed with depth. It's as if this game was structured and layered to appeal to the 80s crowd, but strong enough for the modern gamer. It's not for everyone in between so much. Being a child of the 80s and current gamer, I can relate to the cityscape and find moderate entertainment within, and I can predict others can do the same, because sometimes there's still merit in getting demerited. And to bring you this next title, we really had to dig into the plethora of first-person shooters to bring you something rare and unique. This is Strafe with a really cool art direction. As you can see, there's no rating on this, and part of the reason is because it's by a company called Special Reserve Games. It was basically a company that limited run, let sell some of their games on the site. This one being the first one. The second one was Shadow Warrior 2, and then the third was called Absolver. But this is a rare title. It's about 1,000, actually no, this one is actually 2,000 copies, I believe. There is a variant cover for this game that was only 1,000 copies made as well. So you do have two different versions of this for the artwork. As you can see, again, there's no rating. It is by also Devolver and Pixel Titans as well. If you open it up, you do get to see some pretty cool artwork in there. As you can see, that little dude right there is pretty sweet looking. You can see through him, X-ray style. And then if you reverse this cover, you actually have a mural of Carnage, which actually looks pretty cool. Really dig this artwork. Thought I'd show you that real quick too, since you don't really get to see this game often, especially not the inside of it, because a lot of people don't open this game because it is rare. It's definitely one of the rare titles that you don't see every day. But let's go ahead and talk about Strafe this instant. A rare and intense pixelated shooter in the vein of classic Quake and Doom. With Strafe, you'll be draining those veins of sweet blood for a feisty fiasco of mutilation. However, it's not quite fresh blood. Gameplay can wear on you like a 9th round boxing match against Ali, with the endless waves of creatures and constant tunnel vision movement. Not necessarily to say the game is bad, but could throw you into the loop of frustration, especially when all the enemy does is rush you and occasionally shoot. What I'm trying to say is buy this one for the rarity, but strafe and parry if you want an excellent shooter. And sneaking onto our countdown, we have Shadow Warrior, rated M, and what do you know, look at that, by Devolver as well, and Majesco. If you turn it over and look at the back, you can see some amazing presentation there going on the back. I really dig that. It looks amazing, and so does the game. It's rated M for blood and gore, intense violence, mild sexual themes, and some strong language. If we open it up, not much going on the inside there, but let's just get right into this title and talk about it. For being a Shadow Warrior, enemy AI sure does know how to find you here, but despite your lack of ninja skills, this is a heart-pounding, limb-severing good time, and quite a bit of bullet action to match. From the days of PC to the days of ESRB, we have had violent video games kicked out of us like a Pat O'Donnell foul, but a few of them stand out among the rest as memorable, and the Shadow Warrior series holds a pretty secure place in this world of mayhem and massacre. Mostly, it's the introduction of your samurai sword, but let's not forget your guns, magic upgrades, and humor. If you like the fast-paced style of these games, it's a must-buy, especially at the $10 to $15 it fetches. You guys know I had to do it. I brought you the sequel to Shadow Warrior. This is part 2, and as I mentioned earlier, this is the limited run exclusive game by Special Reserve right there on the back, and also Devolver and Flying Wild Hog had their hand in this one as well. And as you can see, it is a Special Reserve copy number 179, and this one includes Shadow Warrior Part 1 as well. So if I were to open this one day, which I probably won't, I would have both games, even though I have the first title as well. But you know what? I played it already, so I can review it for you now and at least keep this copy sealed and sanctified for the future. But really cool artwork. I dig it. It looks amazing. Let's just get right into this title. Demons again? It's like that plate that mom serves you over and over again that you love, but after years of devouring it, it just falls short of awesomeness. But it's still great, and that's how I describe this anticipated sequel. I never thought any Wang could keep my attention other than my own, but lo and behold, this one takes me there. It's easily 15 hours of guns blazing, demon tasing action that lets up just about as much as your friendly neighborhood dominatrix for hire. It's a bold, diverse, and colorful sequel with just enough Wang showing to make the average gamer blush. We hope you've become versed in the way of battle and trained well to make the best possible decisions in any skirmish of collecting. If there's one rule to remember, it's to always bring your controller to a gunfight and come prepared to use it. Now, have a bloody good time with your digital implements of war and subscribe to the channel that promises to bring you the unique, the rare, and the bold side of gaming.